multitude of ramifications on the line. There's Kawhi and Steph. Flips lead the season series 3-zip. Under 4 to go. Warriors down 3. Steph's been dealing with a thumb injury, but he heats up late. Knocks that down, ties it at 103. Clippers then down 3. Kawhi. Contested by Draymond, no contest. Leonard had 33. Clippers within 1. Curry comes right back. Another triple. He led the NBA in threes made per game this season. Warriors by 4, but here comes the beard. James Harden putting it on the deck and getting to the rim. Clippers down by 2. A minute left in regulation. Chris Dunn to Ivica Zubac, who's been exceptional lately. He had 22 and 17. 15 straight double-doubles were tied. And then Kawhi, last seconds for the win. No, not really close. So we go overtime, tied at 111. In OT, Clippers by 3. Harden played 48 minutes over Jimmy Butler III. Harden, a game-high 39. Clippers by 6. Curry, not done. Comes peeling off the screen, knocks down another 3. He had 36. Warriors down 2. And then Harden throwing up the floater. Jimmy got it, but they called goaltending. They would review it and confirm. Yeah, it's goaltending. Clippers up by 4. Under a minute to go. Draymond finds Butler inside. Jimmy had 30. Clips would challenge the and 1. The foul call would actually be overturned. So Warriors still down 2. Next Clippers possession. Butler goes to contest. Leonard's shot gets called for a travel. Leonard does, but Butler's shaken up. Kind of looks like need a knee or need a quad. Butler would stay in the game. Later says he'll be okay, but a little giddy up, little hitch in the giddy up. And then 6 seconds left. Warriors down 3. Buddy Hield for the tie, and it won't go. Clippers win. First time there were 4 30-point scorers in the game on the last day of the regular season.
Miss sends the Warriors to the play-in tournament, where they will face the Grizzlies in the play-in. Draymond's layup attempt under the basket in the final moment sunk the Golden State Warriors. Now Dubs will have to settle for the 7th seed in the play-in tournament. They had risen up in the standings and been as hot since acquiring Jimmy Butler, but they lost 3 of their final 5 games in the season, including Barnes. Harrison Barnes hit a 3-point shot at the buzzer to beat them in San Antonio, and that kind of really what doomed them. But now they'll play the play-in, and they played, that's Tuesday night, right? Tuesday night. So they'll play, Warriors play the Grizz, and then who's the 9-10 matchup? Okay, Sacramento plays the Mavs. So the winner of the 7-8, they're the 7th seed. The loser of the 7-8, they'll face the winner of the 9-10, and that'll be the 8th seed.
Now hold on. Now let me get my bearings straight. Let me get my understanding, man. The play-in. Listen, when the Warriors play the Grizzlies, this is one shot, one and done.
Whoever wins this game, they'll be the 7th seed. The loser will play the winner of the 9-10, and that winner will be the 8th seed. So that winner, whoever the 8th seed is, they will face OKC.
Right.
The winner of the Grizzlies Warriors, they will face the Rockets. The Timberwolves face the Lakers, the 3-6 matchup, and the 4-5s, the Nuggets and the Clippers.
So what you think about that Lakers
Lakers are 5.
Yeah, you ain't even think about it though. I mean, like, listen, I know you think the Lakers gonna win, but how do you feel? 7-game series. I mean, how many do you think the Wolves get? So you ain't giving Ant-Man no chance.
I'm giving Ant-Man a great chance. They play pretty well. He and Drew Randall, good. They got Gobert. That's gonna, but I just I like LeBron. It's gonna be interesting now. He kind of tweaked that groin a little bit the other night. He left and broke his streak. He had 20 straight seasons of scoring at least 20, averaging at least 25 points. I know people going to say he stepped off a cliff, even though he averaged 24.5 points a game in year 22 at the age of 40. And he gave you what, 8 assists and 7.8 rebounds or something like that. So I wouldn't say he's falling off a cliff. And he's probably going to be all NBA for the 21st time in his NBA career out of 22 seasons. He's going to probably be second team all NBA. Let that sink in for a second. In year 21, he's going to be one of the 50.
You got to actually nitpick. You got to dig. You got to be almost in a state of ridiculousness to find ways to be negative when someone that has never done it before and is doing it like he's doing it and still in year 22 doing it at a high level, find negative things to say. It's like it makes no sense to me. Instead of admiring what he's been able to do for so long and praising what he's been able to do, regardless of whether it's to your fitting or your like because you don't like him personally. When it comes to the game of basketball, what LeBron is doing is unparalleled, and it hasn't been done before.
Well, Joe, we just talked about this at the Combine. They don't tell you what you did well. They tell you he don't run fast. He don't jump high. He don't move his feet. He drops his arm. He pats the ball. And I get it, Ocho. Look, to a certain degree, I get it. Because when you're talking about the top 3, top 4, top 5 players of all time, okay, you try to find things to like, okay, but the vitriol which people speak about LeBron, that's what's confusing to me. But Kawhi Leonard was sensational today, 13 of 20, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. He had 33. James Harden, who could possibly be another all-NBA selection, played 48 minutes, gave you 39, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. He was great. Kawhi and James Harden was sensational. Jimmy Butler, hey, you got playoff Jimmy. He gave you 30 points, 9 assists. You got to do better with this rebounding. 1 rebound? Bro, you played 48 minutes and got 1 rebound. Jimmy Butler had 1 more rebound than me. And I wasn't even near the arena. You got to get better. You got to get more rebounds than that. And that's it. And the thing is, the Warriors are normally a pretty good rebounding team. They got crushed. They got beat by 17 on the glass. 9-3 on the offensive end. 33-11 on the defensive end. Who else? Pozinski. He played well, had 19 points. Moody. Got to get him better than that. I'm trying to figure out, is Kuminga hurt? He didn't. That's what I'm saying. Why would when you play Kuminga? He's probably the most athletic guy on their roster.
He's hurt, huh?
He ain't hurt. They just didn't play. They get coaches DMP.
Well, if he's not getting minutes, he's not getting minutes for a reason. Obviously, when it comes time to show up, maybe he's not showing up. Why would Steve Kerr not play him if he's the most athletic? There got to be something wrong with him.
He spoke about that not getting the opportunities or making a mistake and being snatched out of the game. It's hard to play when your team. If you're a young guy, Ocho, the hardest thing is, and you know this, if you're a young guy and your team is used to winning and you make a mistake, coaches don't have patience for that. What hurt Coach Belichick the most? Mistakes. Yeah.
Same
thing with Mike. I played with Mike. Boy.
Hold on. Is the leash that much shorter for NBA players, especially a player of his magnitude that is the most athletic on the team, where you have to do everything right? Because if you're thinking about not playing with a free mind and playing clear, then you'd be hesitant. Yes. You need to be on the court same way when it comes to football. If you're out there thinking, you're gonna be one step behind.
I agree.
You can be one step too slow.
Yep. Zubats was sensational. 11 of 16, 22 points, 17 rebounds. He almost out-rebounded the Cavs by himself. Man, Zub has been unbelievable. I still don't understand why Magic traded him for Mike Muscala. I won't ever understand that. But it is what it is. So it's going to be a great matchup because everybody remember the last time the Clippers played the Nuggets. Clippers had a 3-1 lead in the bubble. This was before Nikola Jokic became Nikola Jokic. Jamar Murray, this was Jamal Murray's coming out party. because he dropped a 40 burger on him. And we know what Jamal Murray is capable of doing. We've seen it time and time again. These two guys in the pick and roll, the dribble handoff, Michael Porter Jr. can get hot and can light it up. Russ coming off the bench. It's going to be a great matchup. I can see this. Going 6-7 games. I'm going to be shocked if it doesn't go at least 6, possibly 7 games.
Hold on. In going 6 or 7, but who you got winning?